What's going on YouTube? It's Darian. I'm the bow tie fragrance guy. On this channel, of course, we discuss fragrances. So we discuss smelling great, but we also talk about looking good as well. So if those two things sound to be of interest to you, you're a guy or a female, it doesn't matter, and you love looking good and smelling great every day, then you're probably going to appreciate this content. So I recommend you go ahead and clicking on that subscribe button. And while you're at it, go ahead and click on the bell icon as well. That way you get notified every time I release new content on the channel. So today, guys, I'm going to be talking about a new fragrance release from the house of Tom Ford. If anybody knows me, they know that I absolutely love Tom Ford fragrances. And so today, we're going to be talking about the newly released Tom Ford Black Orchid Parfum. How's it measure up to the original Tom Ford Black Orchid, which of course is a fragrance that I love? Well, if you want to find out, you know how we get down. Keep it locked right here. All right, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's go ahead and jump right into this review. All kind of initial impressions of Tom Ford's Black Orchid Parfum. Just in case for some reason you were not familiar, this was the original release, the original Tom Ford Black Orchid. This was the initial release from the Black Orchid line, and they came out with an EDP a few years later, but for me, the EDP was a little bit too feminine for me, the way it came across on my skin. And so I was more of a fan of this one, the Eau de Toilette. So I've already sprayed this one on this hand, which I have it here, which again, guys, this is a scent if you know me. You know I love Black Orchid. I absolutely adore this stuff. And this is the newly released Black Orchid Parfum. So this is what the box looks like right here. Nice gold box. So of course the EDP came in the black box, black bottle. This is the box for the Parfum. And when you take it out, of course, ta-da, surprise, surprise, the bottle is gold as well. So this is what the bottle looks like here. You guys can see that. Same bottle design, again, just gold in color. So I've already sprayed the Parfum on this hand. Again, I have the EDT on this hand. So I want to get into talking a little bit about what some of the differences are that you're probably going to detect. The first thing that I will say is this. If you were not a fan of the original Black Orchid, if you thought that for some reason it was a little bit too feminine for you, whether that be the EDT or the EDP, then this is probably going to be your favorite of the three iterations of this fragrance, because I'm telling you right now, what they've done with this scent, in my opinion, overall, just to sum it up, is kind of giving a more masculine twist to it. One of the primary differences that you're gonna notice, especially when you first spray it, is this one is boozy. I mean, really, really boozy. There is rum absolute in this fragrance, and I'm telling you, when you first spray it, it hits you right in the face. So if you're not a fan of boozy fragrances, this may not be the one for you, but I'm telling you, to me, it gives just a more masculine appeal to this scent. And again, I've heard it before. A lot of guys have said that the EDT and the EDP was a little bit too feminine for them. Again, for you guys especially, this is probably going to be right where you want this fragrance to be initially. Because again, it's very boozy on the opening. Now, one of the notes that really made, two of the notes I would say that really made the original Black Orchid what it was that YLANG-YLANG and also the dark truffle, which are two notes that are still present in this one, of course, the Parfum, but they have been amplified. So you really get that chocolate. It's really, really more pronounced in this, again, as well as the that floral vibe that you get from the YLANG-YLANG. Those two notes have been really, really amplified in this one. But a nice welcomed addition to this as well is a dark plum note. So plum to me just kind of comes off, it's not an overly sweet note. It's a little bit more of a muted sweetness, if you will. And I think that really, really plays well with the rum that's in this scent. So again, another thing that took it from, for some guys, for being overly fruity or overly floral. I think that plum note really plays as a kind of calming agent to some of those more floral notes. So it kind of tones it down. So it's not as sweet, not quite as floral, a little bit more muted. So I get more of the dark truffle in this, and of course, more of the rum. So perfect combination, perfect welcomed addition note in this scent DNA. Now, it doesn't totally depart from the original DNA. You can still pick up the original Black Orchid DNA. So if there were fans of the original scent, I think this one will still hold those diehard fans of the Black Orchid DNA, because you can still detect it. But again, primarily the amplified YLANG-YLANG, the amplified dark truffle, the addition of the rum absolute and plum are what differentiate this scent from the original. But in my book, guys, I'm telling you, this stuff is absolutely fantastic. And it came out, I feel like, the perfect time of the year, because I feel the best time to wear this is fall and winter. This is gonna be really, really sexy in the fall and winter for date nights, dressier occasions. This is a great scent. I absolutely love it. Now, I've only worn it a few times, but as far as performance goes, it's been hovering around that 8.5 hour mark on my skin. It projects really good for maybe the first 2 hours, but of course it is a parfum concentration, so it does, after that point, start to sit a little closer to the skin, but you can still pick it up pretty well for, again, that 8.5 hour mark. So overall, guys, I think this is a home run from the house of Tom Ford. All right, guys, that's it. That's my time. I want to kind of give you guys my kind of first impressions of the newly released Tom Ford Black Orchid Parfum. I always appreciate you guys taking the time to watch these videos, because of course you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're right here with me, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share these videos out to folks that you think could use this information or find me entertaining, because I'm your main man, Darren, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.